Good evening. This is All India Radio Kohima, and I am Nobin Pradhan with the evening news. The headlines: all educational institutions in Nagaland that are presently under lockdown shall continue to remain closed till further orders. Government ensures availability of all essential commodities, including daily requirements, during lockdown. Total number of active COVID 19 in the country climbs to 7,409. Nagaland records negative cases, and Easter is being celebrated across the globe today amid COVID 19. The details. Principal Secretary Home Abhijit Sinha informed that all schools, colleges, universities, all types of educational institutions, coaching and tuition classes which are presently closed under lockdown shall continue to remain closed throughout the state of Nagaland till further orders. Sinha informed that the position of availability of essential commodities and goods continues to be comfortable in the state. He thanked everyone for their continued support and adherence to the lockdown provisions. The central government has ensured availability of all essential commodities, including daily requirements, during the 21-day nationwide lockdown. Cooperation of citizens during the past 19 days of this lockdown has been exemplary, and no incident of shortage of food supplies have been reported across sections of the media. Though the centre announced a 21-day lockdown to curb the corona outbreak, it also ensured that essential needs of the people do not remain under locks. While on the one hand, private sector announced work from home or leave for its employees, the healthcare professionals, security forces, sanitation workers, railway employees, civil aviation employees, farmers involved in production of everyday needs, shopkeepers, and even delivery boys, through their untiring efforts, ensured that India wins in a nationwide campaign against corona. Every ministry, under the direct guidance of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, are constantly making efforts to ensure that there is no dearth of resources and food supplies across the length and breadth of the country. India has reported 7,409 active COVID 19 cases today. As many as 764 people have been cured or discharged. 273 persons have been reported dead so far, and one had migrated. With this, the number of COVID 19 cases climbed to 8,447. Briefing media in New Delhi today, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agarwal, said the government is extra prepared in case of exponential rise in COVID 19 cases. He said work is going on in an urgent basis to expand the capacity for COVID 19 testing in government and private medical colleges across the country. Agarwal also said the centre is well prepared to deal with the situation, and 1,05,000 beds are ready in the dedicated 601 COVID hospitals. A total of 74 samples of suspected COVID 19 cases from Nagaland have been sent for testing till today, out of which 70 samples are tested negative, while the results of 4 samples are awaited. There is no report of positive result so far. Total number of screening across Nagaland stands at 793. Total number of persons presently on home quarantine is 407, while total number of persons presently at facility quarantine is 28. Total number of persons out of home quarantine is 5,459. Listening to the news from All India Radio, Kohima. Home Ministry has asked all states and union territories UTs to ensure compliance of the Supreme Court directions on welfare of migrant labourers housed at relief camps. The ministry has written a letter to all states and UTs to take necessary action while implementing lockdown measures to fight COVID 19 effectively. The court had directed that adequate medical facilities, besides proper arrangements for food, clean drinking water, and sanitation, should be ensured for migrant workers at the relief camps across the country. The court said that state governments and UTs should endeavour to engage volunteers along with the police to supervise the welfare activities for migrants. Chief Secretary Temjan Toy has convened a meeting with administrative head of departments, AHODs, and head of departments, HODs, at 11 a.m. tomorrow in the Secretariat Conference Hall. In an office memorandum issued today, the Chief Secretary informed that the meeting has been convened to work out details and ensure basic functioning of offices in connection to state government's order to resume the functioning of Nagaland Civil Secretariat and directorates in Kohima and Dimapur and all government offices in the districts starting from tomorrow. The order said that all AHODs and HODs are asked to come prepared with a list of subordinate officers and staff who will be performing duty. It further informed that all other government servants are to remain at their respective homes and await further instructions from the concerned AHODs and HODs. Along with the rest of the world, Nagaland is celebrating Easter Sunday solemnly in their homes today through special prayers, fasting, and reading of the scriptures. The Easter sunrise service, the celebration of the resurrection of Christ, is a much awaited service for believers and religiously held every year at War Cemetery with attendees from various churches in the capital town of Kohima. However, due to the nationwide lockdown and maintaining the code of social distancing, the service was held within the confinement of homes by believers in the state. Many churches also streamed their Easter messages through various social media platforms. Earlier, the Nagaland Baptist Church Council (NBCC) appealed to all believers and families to conduct Easter service in their homes by praying, singing hymns, and sharing the Word of God. Sharing the message on the topic, The Resurrection of Christ, NBCC General Secretary Reverend Zelhu Kiho through YouTube said, "The resurrection of Christ is the fountainhead of the Christian faith." Proclaiming the significance of resurrection, he said, "Christianity without resurrection would be just another religion, a mere set of good teachings without eternal bearing. The resurrection of Christ," Reverend Kiho said, "opens a relationship filled with glorious hope and participation in eternity." Easter is being celebrated across the globe today. It signifies the resurrection of Jesus Christ after his crucifixion and death at Calvary on Good Friday. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the people on Easter. President Kovind said, "A very sacred festival for the Christians, Easter inspires people to follow the path of love, sacrifice, and forgiveness." He called upon people to learn from the teachings of Jesus Christ and work together to advance the common good of entire humanity. The President hoped that the festival will instill in people the sense of unity and reinforce the commitment to well-being and prosperity of the nation and a shared society. He called upon people to resolve to celebrate the sacred festival with the families staying at home, following social distancing norms and other government instructions in these testing times when the nation is fighting COVID-19. Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu said, "The story of resurrection is a reminder that light will always triumph over darkness." He said, as the world strives to overcome the formidable challenge of the spread of coronavirus, let the spirit of Easter infuse the lives of people with courage and optimism. He called upon people to pray that India and the world will emerge victorious in the fight against COVID-19. Prime Minister Narendra Modi in a tweet said that people remember the noble thoughts of Lord Christ, especially his unwavering commitment to empowering the poor and the needy. He expressed hope that this Easter will give people added strength to successfully overcome COVID-19 and create a healthier planet. However, against the background of COVID-19 pandemic, the daybreak Easterly service at the famous Velankani Church in Nagapattinam in Tamil Nadu were held in an atmosphere of calm and serenity today. Only 3 priests attended the services, assumed mass and lit candles at the shrine. The town of Nagai also wore a deserted look with people celebrating the resurrection in the privacy of their homes and in company of their loved ones. And to end the news, a reminder of the headlines. All educational institutions in Nagaland that are presently under lockdown shall continue to remain closed till further orders. Government ensures availability of all essential commodities, including daily requirements during lockdown. Total number of active COVID-19 in the country climbs to 7,409. Nagaland records negative cases, and Easter is being celebrated across the globe today amid COVID-19. And that's all the news we have for you this evening. Good night.